Hi, I'm Aditya Roy Kapur.
I want to say it first.
Okay. And action. Katrina first.
Oh. Hi, I'm Katrina Kaif.
And I'm Aditya Roy Kapur.
And you're watching
Bollywood Hungama.
Ghar Firdaus barru is hamiyast. Hamiyasto, hamiyasto, hamiyast. If there's paradise on earth, it's here, it's here, it's here. And no, we're not talking about Kashmir in this context. This is a very, very chiseled Aditya Roy Kapur, and he's talking about the dream-like Katrina Kaif in the promos of Fitoor. And we have with us the team of Fitoor. Huge pleasure to have you guys on Bollywood Hungama, first of all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel that you're being compared with Kashmir in terms of that? Agar koi khoobsurat agar hai paradise in terms of that,
then it's in
Kashmir. It's Katrina Kaif.
Well, if you look at it like that, then yes. There's a lot of interesting connections with that Abhishek and the writer, of course, of the film has made with the beauty of Kashmir, with the name Firdaus being, paradise or Jannat or heaven, and the meaning of that, and Noor meaning light, of course.
Right.
So it's a very subtle thing which perhaps not a lot of people would get, but obviously you cannot have paradise without light. You cannot have heaven without the light. Similarly, Firdaus cannot be who she is without Noor. So there's a lot of beautiful underlayers and a lot of beautiful meanings in not only the names, but the place, the location of Kashmir.
Sure.
And that's really, to me, what drew me to this film. It was very classic, very sweeping, very romantic.
What was your experience like while shooting for it? To be honest, in fact, I think she's looking outstandingly pretty in the movie, in the promo.
To be honest, I also think so.
Yeah. So, that made it easier in a way to just give that.
For sure, it makes life easier.
Every days you sent me back to the van, retouch your hair.
Nothing major.
Major.
So, it definitely is a bonus, and it helps if you're supposed to be in love with someone that is kind of attractive, for sure.
Right. Yeah. And this attractive.
Yeah, the bonus, right? So it's all good.
He's trying to get it out of you. He's trying to coax
But I completely agree with you. I think it does help, man. It gets tougher. I can imagine if you don't have someone that you find appealing in front of you to be kind of feigning love for.
Absolutely. And I think the fact, I think Anay Goswami has done the cinematography, and I think it's looking outstanding. I'm sure that also makes a difference, because the way you guys have captured Kashmir is looking very, very nice in the promo so far.
Yeah, he's a brilliant DOP, and he's done a great job. I think he's captured Kashmir for all its in all its glory, in terms of it is a romantic story. It's not about anything bleak or melancholy. Melancholy in a sense lends itself to the film, but it's a romantic film. It's a love story set in Kashmir. So he shot Kashmir very differently from the recent films that have been based over there.
Okay, now many people have this entire notion that we are tired of the same sort of love stories. In terms of that, there's the depth is lacking, and somewhere the element of surprise value is somewhere missing. So when you have a classic love story which is coming forth, and you're having the backdrop of Kashmir, is it something that totally makes it like a deadly combination and something to look forward to? And there are lots of layers in the actual story of The Great Expectations. Like, your character is supposed to be like cold and calculated in a way, and like distanced, and she's been made to believe that she should not fall in love because it's not something nice. So I'm sure that it must have been tough and something different.
I feel that the story and the inherent conflict of Great Expectations, which is of course what Fitoor is based on, inspired from, is inherently, it just naturally makes a really, really good Hindi film. Some people have questioned, okay, the English films have not connected on such deep levels, but I actually think that the conflict of the story is something which is very relatable in our society and in our country.
Because the class divide, right?
Yeah. So
it's a poor boy yearning for a rich girl. It's something that's prevalent in our country, and it's a problem that people can feel in touch and have experienced, or have people around them that experience it. Right?
And being made to feel that you are not, your social status is not good enough for Firdaus. It's not, you're not in the same league. It's she's out of your reach. So these thoughts of class divide and of social statuses and these problems being a barrier or being a restriction for for love stories or for two people to come together is a very common problem all around us. I mean,
Sure.
it's much more common here in our country than maybe in any other country, you know, where you would in America or in England. So I think it makes the film, its problems, much more relatable. It's something that people watching may be even experiencing. You know, they may be under pressure from their parents saying that, you know, the boy you have chosen or the boy you like is not on your social status, or he's you know, from not the same income bracket.
So
as
that's
yours.
one thing, and then to top it off, Great Expectations is so much more than just a class divide as well,
Absolutely.
which is the icing on the cake and is the tadka, so to speak, which is the Begum's character and how she influences things, takes it that notch above just a class divide love story.
To me, if a conflict in a movie or especially in a love story is relatable, to me that is one important part of the battle won. Because, you know, if you don't relate to people's conflict, then sometimes you it alienates you. Beyond that, I think Abhishek has such a beautiful vision for the way he tells his stories, the way he sees human nature, the way he sees people. He's very insightful, you know, he will surprise you. I'm sure you've met him before. He seems like a casual, happy, relaxed guy and chilled out. But when he starts talking, he's very deep. He's very
Those are
insightful.
many directors that I have worked with in my short career are very concerned with those little nuances of human behavior and the littler things that you kind of can observe about people, but you can't articulate it to yourselves. Things you can see and feel, but you don't see on screen that much. So Gattu in that sense is very perceptive and wants to bring those things to the fore. Which was lovely as an actor because it gets your juices flowing as well.
Absolutely, I think he's very good with screenplay writing, because what he managed with Kai Poche in terms of the novel and the way he has got the screenplay out.
I can't tell you why.
So he's extremely good with just putting the writing together. Now, Katrina Kaif, we talk about your beauty as far as Aditya Roy Kapur is concerned, but I think even he's looking, as I mentioned in the beginning, extremely chiseled and taut, and he went without food for almost 2-3 months just to ensure that
He was eating lots of food, six-pack meals, which means you eat every few hours to speed up your metabolism.
Correct.
And then you train really hard.
I was exaggerating. I was exaggerating. But seriously, I think the women I've interacted with, in fact, I've got a feedback from a lot of his female fan following on say social media, and they are literally going crazy about those.
I really hope so, because he worked really hard for it, you know, and he looks really good. So I think that's I think it's very well deserved, and I think that I saw the way he was working, and he was very focused and very determined, and presence of mind was there, his passion was there, and I could see that you know, we've known each other on and off for a few years, and I didn't know him very well, but I could see that as, you know, as a co-star, as an actor, he was really determined to get this right and to bring everything he could to it, and I think I really respected that, because it's not easy to do that, and all these things, you know, they add up. It's not just about being you know, looking technically right or looking physically perfect. It adds up for the character. There was a thought behind it, you know, the kind of leanness, the kind of physicality that Abhishek wanted, that Gattu wanted for the character of Noor. It was thought out. There's a reason for it.
And funny enough that you're saying that, has kind of made me rung a bell, in a sense that when you are so focused and in a zone, like that, you have to be rung a bell. Ring a bell, rings a bell.
Rings a bell.
Whichever way.
There was a bell.
Yeah, that
As long as the
It made a noise.
It made a noise.
You
just
heard
now,
it.
not that far into the past. That when I was getting into the zone, and I was really in the zone, and I was doing this whole thing, it kind of centered me as well, which is what this character kind of needed. He needed to be a little bit together, and I'm a little different in the way that I am. I'm a little more, I speak fast, I'm a little more animated in the way that I express myself, but I needed to kind of change that and all, just bring that down to just the basics, and being that focused for something just was making me a little more zen-like, you know, it helped me.
In fact, we've been just reading reports about the fact that you were totally like a method actor, and you were just making portraits of Katrina Kaif in your house. And apart from that, the method part is that you guys were doing a scene in a convertible, and there was an accident apparently, and you were still not cutting it, and you're still in the character.
I didn't cut it, yeah.
So that's what, in fact,
The famous car crash in Delhi.
Oh, where I crashed the
So the dog said that he was still.
No one's she's taking it and she takes her left, and the door just flies open and bangs.
Wasn't my fault. One of the costume assistants or one of
Yeah,
the
I think you were not supposed
hairstylists
to call.
You were
didn't
still in
shut the
character.
door. He was
I
still
was
acting. I
I was
crashed the
like,
car
"Hey!"
and he's still
Right.
acting.
Have you seen that shot was there? It was a good reaction.
And it also could have worked.
It could have worked.
We actually both told Gattu that, listen, leave it, it works, yeah, they've come from a party, I'm driving the car a little bit, you know, whatever, high maybe, and, you know, I kind of bang the door into the wall.
You know, general perception is, I think the beautiful part somewhere is that you guys are sharing, I think, a beautiful in terms of physicality as well, in terms of when you're coming together, the way Pashmina has been showcased very, very elegantly and very, very gracefully as well. But that physicality, I think, is sparkling somewhere. And did you feel that it's one of the highlights that people can look forward to? Pashmina, I think, is choreographed beautifully. It's very difficult to imagine that you can choreograph that song in the first place.
I think just by virtue of this being the first time, this is the first time that we're being paired together. So by virtue of that, you're always looking forward to see whether it's going to be kind of liked and accepted. So there was an element of waiting to see how people kind of received us together. And I think that's the case with any new Jodi or however you call it. So, so we're happy that so far people have reacted very well to it, right?
Yeah, I think that's always a good thing. But also with Pashmina, I think what you're saying about the type of choreography, which is, you know, lyrical contemporary dance, to me it was really just a really exciting opportunity for us just to, I call it just like touching the surface, because you know, that's contemporary dance is, there's so much you can do with it, and this kind of expression, this form of dancing, lyrical dancing, which we kind of just, you know, we barely touched the surface in Pashmina. I find it really, really beautiful.
It's beautifully done.
I feel that some of the some of the things that sometimes you find you don't have words for, or you don't maybe you just don't feel like expressing. You know, when someone comes to ask you, you know, how are you, or how are you feeling, or is something wrong, and sometimes you just can't find the right words. You don't know how to express yourself.
Right.
For me, that kind of dance really can do that for you. I think it has the power and the capacity to really fill those words and to fill that, to allow you to express certain emotions, and the ability to just kind of understand that. And I mean, as I said, I really think we just touched upon it with Pashmina. There's so much more you can do with it, and so many more places you can go.
Right. Maybe I think the minimalistic part is the fact that makes it look so beautiful. That maybe you just
you know, sometimes when you take off all the adornments and you take off all the frills and all the trappings and the elaborate costume and the makeup and the distractions, you know.
Also the editing. You just some long shots. Sometimes in our dances, there is so many cuts that you don't get to see one long take. And there's a lot of merit in just holding a shot, because it keeps the viewer also so engaged with that. So we have a couple of shots in Pashmina which are kind of long, but I think that simplicity is what also appealed to me.
Right. I think the music album is outstanding. It's getting a fabulous
I agree with you. I think Amit has done an incredible
outstanding job.
Be it Fitoor Mera, be it Pashmina is outstanding.
Even Hami Nasto.
Tere Liye, Hami Nasto, and
I also feel with Amit is that he always adds to the he adds to the movie. He understands the movie and the essence of the movie, and he really stays in that world and elaborates on the essence. He gets it. You know, he doesn't
goes to it. He doesn't get it to. He doesn't make everything for his style. He kind of changes it. He adapts, is what you're saying.
It's, you know, sometimes you hear that phrase, oh, we'll just put a song here because, you know, it's a hit song, or it's a hit song, you know.
Right.
Does it exactly go with the film? Is it in the world of the film? Sometimes you can see that a song is a little bit of a departure from the world, but with a film like this, and especially with the kind of films that Abhishek makes, we've seen that in Rock On, we've seen it in Kai Poche, the music needs to stay. It can't take you away from it. And I think that they really they were able to do that really well with the album and still make an album which I love, and I think is just really beautiful.
Absolutely. Even I think lyrics by Swanand Kirkire I think is outstanding. मैं गिरता हूँ, संभलता हूँ, फिर चलता हूँ तेरे लिए. It's outstanding stuff. In terms of, I think in terms of romance, it's like really quirky stuff. It's really quirky stuff.
Yeah.
What is? I think Pashmina is your favorite song.
Yeah, I find it. I find the title track "Ye Fitoor Mera," I find that very uplifting. I find that more a celebration of love. Pashmina I find a little more soulful and a little more romantic. It's a little more intense.
Even Hamiyasto, I think Zayn
Hamiyasto
has sung
for
it
me is just
Hamiyasto is you two share that love.
I love that song.
Very unconventional voice in the first place.
Yes.
Right.
And even lyrics wise and what it's talking about is lovely.
Even in terms of the music arrangements, having that Kashmiri feel to
Exactly,
it.
exactly. And the way the guitar comes in.
Right.
Yeah.
When it's like a romantic movie and you expect all that Jaane Man or Jigar and Dil and all sorts of words coming into it, but when you have this dialogue that pehli baar jab tumhe dekha to Firdaus bum phat gaya tha sar mein. Now, did you find it funny that which I think is a very nice analogy to draw in terms of bum phatna sar mein, that is qisam ka powerful impact tha.
Yeah.
But you find it a bit interesting and
I found it lovely,
invigorating?
you know, to be honest with you. When I first read the script, I was overwhelmed by it. Yeah, I was overwhelmed because you could get a sense that they've very painfully sat over every word, and there's a reason for everything to be in there. So even this was correctly measured, and it was trying to say something. It wasn't. It's you're professing your love for someone, but it wasn't taking itself also too seriously. You know, bum phat gaya. People talk like that nowadays. So I didn't when I first read it, I put it down for a month. I didn't revisit it because I felt like I just wanted to kind of revel in that script because it's so beautiful. So bum phat gaya tha mere sar mein goes on to the scarf, and talking about someone's scarf is also not an unconventional thing. So normally talk about smell or so.
but ये तो बचपन से
Which you do.
No.
ये तो
Yes, you.
Bal.
Khushbu.
But that's in the promo?
Yeah. He got stuck on the scarf because he really liked my
Someone
scarf.
said, but
You wear it also, not later.
Oh, I didn't know how I agree to that. Anyway.
Let's do a bit of segments actually. Now we have this quiz which we call How Well Do You Know Each Other, since it's like a romantic film. And
well do we know
ultimate. So
each
how well does Katrina know Aditya, and how well does Aditya know Katrina?
Let's find out.
So we'll just find out. So we'll start with ladies first.
Yes.
So who has sung the song Sun Raha Hai Na from Aashiqui 2?
What singer? I feel that because we're talking about Adi, but I don't feel you could have sung that song.
No, I could have, but I didn't.
Oh, sorry. That's a better way of saying it. I don't feel you sung. I don't know. But let me guess. Mohit?
No. It's a.
I don't think she'll guess this one.
I think she should actually.
She should, but. You like the song, right?
I love it. Oh no, this is sad. This is a bad
But see,
one.
this is not about me. This is about someone else.
Right,
If
but
you ask her now what
he has sung, he has sung for it for you. Okay, it's
say.
Ankit Tiwari. In Ankit
Ankit
Tiwari.
Tiwari.
Okay. In Ye Jawani Hai Diwani, who was secretly in love with Aditya Roy Kapoor?
That's very easy. You watched the
Ranveer?
film, right? I was secretly in love with Ranveer.
The guy? Is that the guy?
Who was secretly in love with me?
Who's
I
girl
don't know.
is girl is.
Who are the 4 people in your Johnny?
Oh, Kalki!
Right.
I didn't see the film.
One, not
I thought that would be an interesting angle.
2. Okay. Who played Aditya's parents in the action replay?
I know. Akshay and Aishwarya.
Okay, 2 out of 3.
I got 1 out of 3 so
Which
far.
famous
No, I got
actress?
Kalki.
Which famous actress is Aditya's sister-in-law?
Vidya Balan.
Okay, 3 out of 4. So I'm giving her relatively easier ones.
He's now skipping.
What's going to happen with me?
When is Aditya's birthday?
Wait. Okay, I can tell you it's between the months of August. Come on, that's
This is the
not
last
bad. It's the last, yeah, it's between the months of September, October, November.
November, okay.
It's between
Can
these
you log
three
the date?
months.
He's saying November.
November. Can you
I just
log
got
the
the
date?
quarter of the year, right? When's my birthday?
He's not,
See, he has no idea when my birthday is. Don't get fooled by him.
November. So what's the date?
Oh, close enough.
Your birthday?
16th.
That's right.
November 16th?
November 16th.
Oh.
So
I didn't want to give it to him. Tell me what month my birthday is.
I think your birthday is in.
I really want to know. Oh, that's the easiest thing because I've been saying my sun sign also.
No, someone
so
says Cancerian.
Yeah.
Don't tell him. But now you have a clue. But now you're going by the cancer and you're not going by memories.
Cancerian.
Forget it then.
Yeah, born.
Don't want to know.
Okay, July 16th. Okay, November 16th. So we can give half to her for this.
Yeah.
So 3.5 out of 5. So not bad at
Not
all.
bad.
Not bad at all.
And,
Marks to
so-
myself.
Aditya, let's see how much you know about Katrina. Name the song in Dhoom 3 on which Katrina dances to her during her audition by Amir Khan. Yeah, it's fine. 1 out of 1.
Whoa! Kamli, well done.
Okay, where was Katrina born?
I know why you're looking at me is if I'm going to help you.
Beach Candy.
Preach.
Which country I'm talking about? Not the hospital.
Country.
Born in? I'm not sure, yeah.
It's okay, it's a tough one.
No. It's like a slightly
Other
oriental.
one.
Yeah, that's a good clue. An Oriental country. Okay, forget it. I think go ahead.
Wait.
Just take one wild guess.
Bhutan. No, I'm joking, yeah.
Keep going. Doing well.
I don't know.
Hong Kong. So 1 out of 2. In which film
problem.
did Katrina play a diving instructor?
Blue. No, this one.
This one,
The one with all of y'all.
All of y'all.
Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
Okay, so
So
2 out
Zindagi
of
Na Milegi
3.
Dobara is this one, and all of y'all is a long list of
That's
people.
your interpretation. I said this one and all of y'all. Is all of y'all
So
and
2 out of 3.
This
See
all
how you
of
can
y'all.
interpret
Two
it.
It's
out
like
of 3.
that.
You still have a good chance.
I'm
Actually,
3 out of 3.
2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. Which film of Katrina had the song Ishq Shawa?
That's a tough one. I'd be very impressed if
Can
you
you
guessed
hum
that.
it? So then I can.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Give him one line.
you
Me,
wanna-
are you mad?
Come on. I know you have a hidden.
I can tell you what I'm wearing in it for help.
That might help.
A short black skirt and a short black top and a red short jacket
like
for
Ishq
some part of this.
Ah!
Ishq Shawa,
See, I'm helping now.
Huh?
Ishq Shawa, Ishq Shawa. Something
Yeah, it's
right?
like that. He sings well. If I sing it, he won't get it only, but you're
This is
singing well.
early days.
There is a very,
I was giving you clues.
Your
and all.
last
Okay, I'm giving you
film
clues. There's a very
was the-
famous icon of Hindi cinema in the song with me dancing.
Every
Your
movie
last
you do.
film was with that production house.
My last film was with that production house. This
Great
is,
romantic hero of our times.
Wow, 1 second. Shah Rukh Khan.
Okay.
Oh, so what is the question?
Movie.
This one. Jab tak hai jaan.
Jab tak hai jaan. So we can give that 3 out of 4.
Yes. Jab tak hai jaan.
Okay.
Already won, but this is
going.
Which you still haven't. Which brand out of these has never been endorsed by Katrina? Which brand has never been endorsed by Katrina out of these? Lux, Micromax, and Nakshatra.
Micromax.
I thought it was easy.
Just by a virtue of half marks, actually, that
Lovely, I know. What a
Aditya
bit
Kapoor has.
But I
won
feel,
this round.
Faridoon, that both me and you gave him a lot of help.
Yeah, that is true.
Only this one you gave me out
That
of
is
help.
true. That is true. That is true. Actually, she
I think if
agreed
we-
to.
Is
there a prize to this?
Yes.
Oh, there I'm on, yeah.
Then I'm fighting for it.
It will be sent to you actually. All right. So technically, I think we'll have to
Give it to me.
Give it to.
Yeah.
I'm a fair player. You won, you won.
You can redeem it with the rapid fire.
Oh, there's more stuff too. Okay.
This is for Katrina. If an extremely good-looking, well-mannered and cultured guy asks you out for a date but he's wearing torn shoes, would you go out with him?
I was just trying to put together the combination of an extremely good-looking,
Yeah.
cultured, well-mannered guy
It's from a movie as
who
well.
perhaps was just walking through the park and tore his shoes on the barbed
That's what I
wire
was also
fence
thinking, yeah.
and then asks me for a date. Of course, absolutely.
That's a good way to put it, actually.
Yes.
That's a good way. Do you feel bad when people don't appreciate your sense of humor? Do you feel bad, if at all?
Now, I honestly feel bad because I feel like that in a way Faridoon's trying to tell me that he doesn't appreciate my sense of
nothing
humor.
of that.
So you're not
And I've
finding
known
it funny.
this- And I've known
Nothing
it
of
for so
that.
long.
Nothing
so,
of that.
And
No,
this
no.
particular moment, like the pinch
You know,
has
because
just
you know,
been felt in my
because no,
heart.
because we have
Small
discussed that in the
pinch.
past. We have discussed that in the past that you have a typical Cancerian sense of humor, and some people
We
at times.
have.
So I'm
You
saying
know,
from that
I think,
context.
I think
We've had
that-
some really funny interviews as well.
We have, and
Yeah.
I agree with you, and I agreed with you then also. I think I'm at times.
Ah.
At times, I think I'm really funny.
Right.
Yeah.
But I have been told by many very close friends of mine that I'm just not funny. So I accept it.
All right. Bang Bang 2 or Dhoom 4? Which sequel would you be more excited to be part of?
Dhoom 4,
Dhoom 4. A director you've worked with once but would love to work again.
Zoya Akhtar. Since we're talking of Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara.
SRK, Amir or Salman, with whom you'd like to get paired again?
I'd like to do a film with all three of them. With Amir, Shahrukh and Salman.
All in the same movie.
And all in the same movie. And I actually have a good idea, which is an English film, which possibly can be remade into Hindi.
Which one?
I can't tell you.
Can't tell.
So you're actually thinking about it? You'd be producing it or what?
Yeah, there's no harm in thinking. I
Right,
mean,
okay,
you know,
okay.
thinking is not criminal.
Every dream starts.
Every dream starts with a
that's
thought.
it.
But it's a very good idea. Imagine that film.
Sure. Would try
Just
to
imagine it for a minute.
Imagine promoting it.
But-
Imagine
One, two,
promoting.
three,
Imagine
and Katrina's
promoting the
just
film. And I'm in the center.
My God.
Lovely film, no? Super film.
Class.
Okay.
I'm going to buy a steak.
Finally, best and worst thing about Aditya Roy Kapur. What is the best and worst thing about Aditya Roy Kapur?
Best thing, I think he has a good heart. He's an honest soul, like a pure kind of soul. Worst,
Gets to get method acting and
no, that's okay.
even after.
Worst, thing, he talks too fast. He needs to slow down.
She's been
His
coaching me.
sentences.
But some interviews I just go slow and she's so proud of me. I can feel I was just so happy he's talking slow.
So Aditya Roy Kapur, I think Katrina Kaif has done extremely well. You'll have to agree with that.
Yeah,
Now it's
she's-
your turn to just really compete with the entire.
Let's do it.
Okay, have
Yeah.
you
Now
ever
that I know
fallen?
the prizes involved.
Have you ever fallen in love as passionately as Noor?
Oh man, no. Not as passionately as Noor, I think. No.
Okay, most romantic place you've ever visited?
Most romantic place. Bunch of them. But Hawaii. I'm thinking of Hawaii for the past few days. I went and had a long trip in Hawaii and a bunch of places there that could do it.
Is it good?
It was crazy,
Nice trip?
man. 60 days I was in Hawaii.
I know.
alone.
We met before you were going, but then I never spoke about
Okay,
Lovely.
if Katrina Kaif is your date on Valentine's Day, how will you spend the day with her?
Promoting Fitoor actually.
from
Because
that.
post promotions.
Apart from that.
Yeah,
stuff.
I would spend the day with her. What would you do? Yeah, we would. The whole day? There are a bunch of things.
Cricket would be top.
We
of the
play some
list.
one-tap, one-hand
Yeah.
cricket because we got into that
Yeah.
during the saying, oh, watch a movie, eat something, normal stuff.
Right. Okay, what will you do if you wake up as the following? Shraddha Kapoor.
If we get to set, because I think that's where she is nowadays.
Okay, Katrina Kaif.
Get to promotions, but she has been on time and before time nowadays. Yes.
Salman Khan.
What is he shooting currently? I think I'll just lie down and chill out for a bit and just like relax.
Okay, and Mahesh Bhatt.
Tricky, funny questions.
That's a hectic. Right.
Yeah, I know I think he loves writing and he's been writing, so get down to writing.
Right. Okay. All right, so I think pretty well done, but I think
Yeah.
Katrina,
trumped me on this one.
to be
You gave me
honest,
trickier questions.
To be-
So whatever I do, I'll think about.
I think she was.
She won.
I
Yeah.
think there's no,
so-
no contest.
no contest actually. Okay, we've taken some.
He's saying yeah.
We've taken
He's
some
like, no
questions
contest,
from your
actually.
fans. Actually, there are too many of them, so let's take a few.
Okay.
If you can quickly do that. This is Meghani from Sri Lanka for Katrina. When will you resume Jagga Jassos shoot?
That's a question for Anurag Basu and my manager. But if I'm not mistaken, I think February 13th.
You are starting the
No,
shoot
are you serious?
Yeah.
for Jagga Jassos.
Oh, you want me
No,
to
we have
promote?
some event
He
on
wants me to promote.
Yeah, no, we have some event, something. Find out from your manager. 13th we have something.
I think 13th were
No, you can't. She can't.
Okay.
fine. February 14th, according
Yeah.
to Aditya.
Late call time.
Jawahar from Saudi Arabia for Aditya. What's the most challenging shot of Fitoor for you?
The most challenging shot of Fitoor for me.
Yeah.
I think the first shot of the film. Maybe. Because we were shooting the climax. So it was just that first, it was tricky. Yeah. First shot.
Right. Okay. This is Sahil from Jammu for Katrina. 5 things Katrina Kaif just cannot live without.
5. We are a very long list of, there's long, big numbers.
What
and
can't you
that's-
live without? Like, think, what is in your
Takes
bag
a
every
long
day?
time. I don't have
Like
a
some
bag.
chicks say, chicks.
I don't have a
lip
handbag.
balm.
I don't have a handbag. Firstly, you should know that about
Katrina
me.
Kaif doesn't carry a handbag?
No.
Oh yeah.
That's the first thing you gotta learn about me. Okay, 5 things I can't do without. Well, let's start with this. Just be basic, guys. Keep it basic.
Don't say
Water,
food.
water, food,
Katrina, you are doing very well. Come on.
water, food.
Hairspray?
No, I'm just fine without it.
Muffins.
Muffins.
Oat muffins.
Oat muffins.
Her phones. She has 6
And then,
phones.
and then my phones, my 2 phones.
2 phones.
1 and 2.
Yes.
1 and 2
Okay, this is-
and 6.
Yes.
There's a difference.
All right, that's interesting. This is Samina from New York for Aditya. After every role, you learn something from acting it. What do you believe you have learned from this role, that is Fitoor?
Well, so many things you learn in every film. On this one, apart from the skills that you have to learn, like I had to do some art classes and stuff, so I
Right.
got more familiar with, and I found that I started to appreciate art in a slightly more informed way. I've been going to museums everywhere, I've been traveling, so a newfound respect and love for appreciating art. And also as an actor,
He looks good, man. The way he is doing it.
thank you. Yeah, I did some classes, and
Made a fish painting out of me.
apart from that.
Super.
Apart from that, this has been a kind of an emotional experience, and we've had a long breaks between schedules. So trying to learn how to be a little easier on myself, getting in and out, even though there are big gaps.
Right.
All those different things you learn. Yeah.
Great. This is Seville from Germany for Katrina. If you could change one thing about Bollywood, what would it be?
I don't know.
What would it be? One thing.
What is it that
Oh.
you'd like to change about?
I think I might know what I want to change about.
She's saying pay scale.
Certain people in the room are saying pay scale, but no.
Promotions.
Yeah, many
Would you
things.
change promotions?
That's not a bad thing. I mean,
Promotion.
we were discussing that maybe there should be, a certain amount of promotions allocated to all films. That's one
It's not
possibility.
my favorite part of the process.
No, I would have more scripts available and more writers and better pay for the writers so that people were more encouraged to be writing better films.
That's a very nice. Yeah. This is Sharmili from Seattle, USA for Aditya. Aditya has a beautiful voice and plays the guitar. Will he release a song sometime?
Yes,
I think he must.
he must.
Yes, because
Can you hum a couple of lines from?
unfortunately, no. I need my backup guitar to do that. I would have if I did have my guitar,
Right.
honestly. But I think I plan on doing something with my music. So yes.
Yeah, because these days I think several actors they've been releasing singles and Even
Yeah,
apart
and
from
I've written a bunch of songs.
If you're
and-
able to write and you have such a beautiful gift to be able to write songs and play the guitar and sing well, and I think
I should do something.
definitely.
Yeah.
No,
Definitely.
absolutely. This is Manpreet Kaur from Jammu. Your views on true love. Does it really happen, or we can see it in movies only?
Absolutely. True love happens all around us. We see
Yep.
so many beautiful examples of love. The closest example to me, if I may give in my own life, is my grandparents, who have been together for an amount of number of years you don't even want to think about, close to 70.
Wow.
Yep. And that's the greatest
amazing, huh?
example. You just can't, I don't have to look any further for that example right there. It's, he totters around and he's still saying his funny stories and she's still laughing at him. Oh, stop it. And it's
Amazing.
beautiful. Absolutely. It's if you want it, if you look for it, if you believe in it, if that's what you, if you
Looking
believe in
for.
it and that's what you're looking for, if you're that person,
You can make it happen.
absolutely.
This is Aarti Gupta from Bhopal for Aditya. What if you were a journalist for a day? Whom would you interview and what questions you would ask?
If I was a journalist for a day, I would interview, I think, maybe Sachin Tendulkar and ask him how he got to be Sachin Tendulkar and pick his brain and ask him about all these incidents that I want to know about in all these years that I've been watching cricket and been kind of worshipping him.
Interesting. That's interesting. This is from Paresh from Mumbai. Are Adi Cat going to do a photo shoot for some magazines soon? They look sizzling together.
Are we?
That was a question.
Yeah.
Oh, you're asking me? I don't know. I don't know. There was one we were supposed to do, and I think that got. But yeah, that would have been nice.
We should have done. We could.
Yeah.
We might just
We
do
could have
one.
made that
We can make it happen.
work.
Should we make it happen?
Yeah, let's make it
Let's
happen.
make it happen. We make it happen.
We'll try.
Yeah.
This is Noora from Saudi Arabia for Aditya. How was your feeling on the first day and the last day for Fitoor shoot? What was the feeling like? You look very involved in the movie in terms of that you always tend to. In fact, I don't know if you've drunk alcohol in this one or not, because that is something which has come to be associated with you.
Have
because
you?
that's how you even get deeper. But you look very, very involved somehow.
Yeah, I
In terms
was
of
very
promotion,
involved,
yeah.
and I was. It just got to do with the script and the whole team coming together, and the subject that we were all going to be getting into was something that I was really looking forward to being transported into this world that I knew Gattu was going to be creating so beautifully.
Right.
So it was just a privilege to work on this film, and it felt like a big team effort, and so it was a very emotional experience. And on the first day, if you want to ask me how it was we were shooting the climax, so you're just first day nerves, but on the last day, it felt like you're letting go of something that was really special. So, yeah, it's been quite a ride, and we've enjoyed ourselves. I think I can speak for her as well.
Right. And Kashmir, how was the experience for you guys in terms of just shooting it, and where all have you shot in Kashmir?
Kashmir, we shot in Srinagar and I think a little bit in Pahalgam, and
Okay.
I had already been there a couple of times. I shot Ye Jawani over there.
Right.
So I love the place. I went there for a bit of a recce with Abhishek, and just to spend some time there because of playing kind of local from there. And that place is beautiful. Everything you hear about the beauty is all true. We went there in 2 different seasons. We went there in winter where it's beautiful, and we went there where the chinars are bright red. For 20 days in the year, it's just crazy red all around you, and those trees are like 5 stories high. So apart from the beauty, it's also sorry. Yeah, she tends to talk to herself sometimes.
I said 5.
Yeah.
And the snow.
The snow and the
On the last
people and
day.
the food, but the people they really stay with you, and especially if you get to spend some time with them, they're really warm and hospitable and really genuine people.
And the hotel staff were really good cricket players.
They were good cricket players. I won that match
Wicketkeepers.
though, but yeah.
Right.
No, but it was a wonderful place, and I would love to go back there. I'm actually dying to go back there and spend
Right.
some time.
Right. What about you?
Completely, yeah. The same feelings, except that I wasn't there in one of the seasons, which was the one I really wanted to go there for, which was when, of course, the ground seems like it's on fire from the leaves that fall from the chinar trees. So I would have loved to be there during that time, but the time we went was the snow. But the visuals that we shot during that time, I think they really remain, I think they will always remain
Sure.
some of my most beautiful visuals I've been a part of. They're just very classic, very timeless, like a painting, and very romantic. So
Absolutely. Okay, and this entire dialogue, Kashmir Maangenge, Chir, Denge, a lot of mystery around it. Abhishek is not willing to talk as well. Do you feel that it can be like a bit of a surprise thing as well?
I think it's going to surprise people about the connotation of it, about what it actually means. Because when you watch it in the trailer, I can understand why it might have this political stilt to it, and that's how it comes across in that span of time. But when you watch it in the flow of the film, you'll understand that it really is nothing to do with politics, and it's just this guy who's sometimes when you're crazy and you're out of your mind, you know, you just speak something that bears no real connection to what is going on in front of you.
Right.
And she kind of represents Kashmir to me in a sense. So it's this metaphor of sorts. So there's nothing political about it.
There's nothing political about it. All right. So thank you very much for being on Bollywood Hungama, and looking forward to Fitoor eagerly. And we hope that it's as beautiful as the promos are promising to be. And we hope that you have a good time once it releases.
Absolutely. We hope so too. Thank you.
And you continue. He doesn't like promoting, but he's willing to promote even after the release. So you can see the
Necessary evil.
Not. I think it's important actually.
No, it's good. And sometimes it's fun. You have to learn to embrace it. Yes.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.
thank you.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.